Yeah, looking back at the LA game, what were some of the things you felt like you guys did well?
Um, I thought I thought we transitioned well. There were second half kind of got hectic at times, but I thought a lot of guys that came on like added a lot in the attack. I thought Muskowski had a good game, and he was a good outlet to spark transitions. Um, I thought we were pretty solid. We didn't give too much away after the goal, um, but kind of just a slow start at the start, and we had to chase that game the whole time. So.
How do you go about? Christian was talking about how he felt like you guys end up chasing games, have been chasing games a lot this year. What do you have to do to sort of change that?
Um, it's interesting because I think it's something that you kind of look back and you find out. So then you try to validate that opinion a little bit. So it's like, okay, we started a couple games off slow, and then you're looking back trying to figure out what went wrong. Um, but I don't know. I think with a slow start, in my opinion, it has to be a mentality thing. I wouldn't say our mentality's been bad or anything, but I don't know. I feel like they just go hand in hand. So we kind of have to take a look at that.
Returning, it seems, who knows whether or not he'll start, but just to get him back in the midfield, how does that improve you guys all over the field?
Zhao's a great player, and obviously he hasn't played a game this season. Where he's looked good in training. He just got back into team training this week. Um, so I'll be interested to see how we kind of ramp him up. I think it's still TBD, but no, I love playing next to Zhao. I know everyone who plays next to Zhao loves him, and everyone on the field. He just makes everyone better. So we're really excited to get him back.
And the other guy you could play next to, Obed Vargas. Over the years, how has your relationship on the field with Obed changed? Just has it been easier to play alongside him, just knowing his tendencies over the years?
Yeah, I think the more and more we get to play with each other, even in in trainings or games, obviously, you get to know each other's tendencies more and more. So I think just the familiarity aspect of it, like me and Obed have at this point so many minutes playing next to each other, so we get to know each other better.
Obviously, start of the week, so prep for Montreal just beginning. But what do you see already from them that might be able to get you guys your first win on Saturday?
Yeah, they line up differently than a lot of teams we've played. They have willing defenders in all 11 of their players, which is different than what we've ran against. Usually teams like their front three or whatever, once you break them, they kind of turn off. But no, Montreal, their whole team will defend, and they'll get compact, and they'll try to make things difficult for us and make the game tight. But we see kind of the spaces that they like to get us in and the spaces that we can exploit them. I think after training today and kind of doing like a little bit of a run through of like Montreal and then how we're going to shape up against them, it looks like we have a good game plan, and that we're going to be able to spark some attacks against them.
What kind of things does Obed do well that maybe don't always get noticed from the outside?
I think he's really calm on the ball. He might still be 18 years old. The kid he's so calm and composed, especially for his age, but for any age. I think he's smart and he understands the game well. And the more and more we get familiar with each other, the better and better he's gotten and I've gotten at kind of like noticing the spaces where we need to cover, because a lot of it is preventing transition and defending side of things that kind of go unnoticed, I feel like. And that's probably where I think we've gotten better at the most, is understanding where we need to be to prevent the other team from breaking us.
And then Reed's been able to get out here a few times. It's been a long time since he's been able to train with the group. What was it? I don't know. What was it like just seeing him out here?
It's interesting to see him warming up and stuff with us finally. You're right. It's been so long since LA last year. He's been dealing with that leg, but no, he's super excited, and he's been super positive through his rehab, and always has a smile on his face. He's not, moping around. He's out here trying to get healthy and trying to get better. So it's nice to have him in training, and nice to like the positivity that he brings to the group. Yeah.
About your record right now. You guys haven't gotten a win yet. What do you guys need to do this weekend in order to change that narrative? I know you had mentioned that you have a solid game plan going in, but can you kind of elaborate on that tactically and just overall in general? What do you guys need to do to get a win?
Yeah. We're at home this weekend, and aside from not winning a game this season, we haven't won a game at home this season, and I think that's really important to us to get 3 points and to score goals in front of the fans at Lumen. So I think we're gonna play positive, we're gonna play aggressive, and we're gonna play hard from the second the first whistle blows, and we're gonna try to get behind them, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna try to score some goals. So I think it'll be positive. I think it'll be fun to play in, and I think it'll be fun to watch. So I'm excited for this weekend.
Josh, do you feel as though there's extra pressure put on you guys, especially some of the youth on the club, or have the veteran leadership stepped up and really helped you guys understand the magnitude of not only the place that you're at right now, but that you still have 87 points possible to grab?
Yeah, I think everybody internally knows that we're in a position that we've put ourselves in and that we need to take responsibility for. That where we're on the bottom of the West after 6 games, has it been? And I think it's important, and I think the guys are taking that well. That we have to go out there and we have to start competing for wins. But it's we're not panicked, and we know our game plans, and we're staying positive, and we're just doing what we can to give ourselves the best opportunity to get 3 points on the weekends.
How important are the fans this week in order for you guys to kind of push for this win?
Yeah, I think the fans are super important. It'll be it's kind of a positive feedback loop where we have to play energized, and we have to get the fans going, and then we feed off of that once we can spark that. So it takes us playing fast and playing aggressive and getting the fans involved into the game, and then once Lumen starts getting loud, we're gonna feed off of that. So.